You know, Mheshimiwa Sossion, it is interesting how eyes can actually open. Some call it the Damascus moment. What would you tell your fellow citizens as they watch this event?
It really is not Damascus moment. I've worked in a space where unity is a driving engine of people working together and tolerating one another. So the political metamorphosis that we are seeing in Kenya is more of unity. There's nothing so strange, and it's more of accommodating every other group. And when the president said, I want a broad-based government where I can accommodate the rest of Kenyans to help me deliver on what he promised Kenyans, I think he meant it. And when ODM forwarded the names of two party leaders, Wycliffe Oparanya and Hassan Joe, those are deputy party leaders of one of the oldest political parties in this country. And John Mbadi, the national chair, and Opiyo Wandayi, I think that was significant in itself. And that one, nobody should feel jilted about it. Why? There is pre-election provision in the political parties act, pre-election agreement, which created Kenya Kwanza and which created Azimio. That happened. We know. We saw it. There is also post-election arrangement. Of course, in this one, no agreement has been signed, but of course, there are definitely significant engagements. And those engagements are normal. They're allowed. They're politically right. Away from this, from the appointment of these ministers, now you have seen the nomination of Raila Odinga to be the AU chair. And that AU chair is a very influential position because we are talking about strengthening infrastructure and connecting Africa. We are talking about free market continental trade area with one currency going into the future. We are talking about increasing the volumes of trade, intra-Africa trade. We are talking about opening up the continent, the borders of Africa, a borderless continent.
How would that benefit
Those
Kenya?
are pragmatic. It's going to benefit Kenya and benefit the country. The volume of trade, the movement of goods, the movement of persons.
It is
yes, it's very strategic.
To the office of the chairperson of AUC?
Yeah, of course, as a chair of AUC, you're able to influence the continent. It's for the good of the continent. And part of the beneficiaries of the continent is Kenya, and Kenya is making that contribution. And so, therefore, when you see the president releasing all the government infrastructure to support Raila Odinga to AU, that is a very serious undertaking. So then, that means in this political space, instead of constricting ourselves and fighting within the country, it's good to expand the horizon, and we have all of us playing different roles in different positions. So really, politically speaking, the steps that have been taken by the president and Right Honorable Raila Odinga are significant, irreversible, and firm. And that is why when you see the president being received in Nyanza together with his team, and you can see it's all Kenyans speaking together in one voice. It's a beautiful thing. Why do we want to to divide a country and run it forever? We cannot even unite Africa if we are dividing ourselves here at home. We must unite at home so that we can unite the continent and achieve the agenda of the human race, of the people of Africa and the people of Kenya. I think we should look at it, the bigger picture, the philosophy, the bigger philosophy is more urgent, more important, and doesn't require much negotiation. It requires some bit of support.
Because you're talking about unity.
And therefore...
Mheshimiwa Sossion,
yes?
You're talking about unity. So explain to us how exactly that unity has been achieved.
How it has been achieved.
Yep.
If you have eyes, those who have eyes can see.
No, that's not an answer, Mheshimiwa Sossion.
And you have seen, no, let me tell you, but let me explain to you. You have seen the president, after forming the broad-based government, he has been in Meru, he has been in Embu, he has been in Kirinyaga, he has been in Coast, he has been in Kisii, he has been in Nyanza, and you can see people talking. And this is in political organizing. That is what you call political organizing. You meet the people, talk with them, outline the agenda. In fact, outside the context of what you're talking about. There are political statements like when Rigathi says, hey, begin at home. That is a political statement. But then there are technical facts and of professional way of working in offices. When Wandai gets to the office, he will not be doing things for Unguja. He's doing things for Kenya. So I think
Sorry, please explain. How does
we
this
have
unite...
seen,
Sorry, Mheshimiwa
we have seen the reaction and the mood of the people towards the president all over the country. Very positive. And that means, means approval.
So when
it's approval.
Sorry, when people are happy with the politician in the president, the country is united.
Do you want to tell us that all those multitude, they woke up as madmen in the morning
I'm asking you a question, Mheshimiwa.
They were not. And they went to engage the president. The beginning is, we are seeing an engagement here that is positive.
Let me just give you the context. Yes. Once upon a time, President Uhuru Kenyatta had a handshake with Raila Odinga, very well received in Nyanza region. William Ruto campaigned against exactly that and said that Raila Odinga came to destroy the government.
Don't try and convince. Don't try and postulate a script.
Let me just pose a question, then you can analyze. Yes. 6 years later, William Ruto is doing the same thing in Nyanza region, and you're saying that the multitude is happy with him. And I'm asking
Let me ask you.
If, just a moment. If participants in a rally are happy with the president, does that constitute unity?
Let me ask you.
If it was unity under Uhuru Kenyatta...
Because we must isolate chaff from the wheat, right, and from the grains. How many ministers did Uhuru Kenyatta appoint to the government in that handshake? How many?
You tell me.
From Nyanza? None. How many PSs? None. That's a fact for sure. If you are bringing people to government, appoint their people. And that's what William Ruto has done. That's the difference.
There was chief administrative
secretaries. Chief administrative secretaries? How many? How many ministries? When did Luo Nyanza really talk of having a minister for finance, a minister for energy? Yes, of course. There is nothing for us without us.
Okay.
If we are not in that space, then we can't be part of it. And that's what the president said, broad-based to accommodate the entire Kenyans. And look at what the president has done to campaign for Raila Odinga to be chair of AU Commission. That's a very, very significant step. And therefore, all these actions by the president will serve to accommodate people in government. And of course, a people united will contribute positively to the development of the country.
To that question of AU again.
The country cannot develop instantly.
Let's make progress.
When unity begins.
I'm asking
when
you,
unity begins, that is when the process of development commences.
Do you know how much it's costing to campaign for Raila Odinga for the AUC? How much is it costing the taxpayer? Even
if it costs $1 trillion, it's worth Africa. It is invaluable.
Can you afford $1 trillion, really?
Why are you so negative? I'm saying even if I'm talking about hypothetically.
You don't like the question?
We don't want to spend to have Raila as chair.
I'm asking you how much.
We don't want to spend.
Don't you think taxpayers?
I don't have the budget in that space, but the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is campaigning, and I think Kenyan government deploying its resources to have Raila is right.
You do not know. We'll find out.